Morning. Woke up this morning. Oh my goodness, I woke up this morning in the wrong city. In the wrong city. In a crackhead motel. Yeah. Woke up this morning in a crackhead hotel in the wrong city. But I did what I do every single day. So woke up this morning, 4:10 was when I woke up this morning. Woke up this morning and grabbed my Morning 5 planner, which I got to tell you, the world is a better place because of the Morning 5 planner. People are safer because of the Morning 5 planner. Because there are times where your boy considers like just going off on people. You know what I'm saying? Just going off on people, going off on the world, going off on life. It gets considered sometimes. And if it wasn't for the Morning 5 planner, there's people getting coffee back here. I don't know if you could see right over there. But if it wasn't for the Morning 5 planner, oof, it'd be wild. So, anyways, woke up this morning in a crackhead hotel in a crackhead part of town in a city that I'm not supposed to be in. We'll get into all that here in a minute. And did what I always do. Grab my Morning 5 planner. When I'm on the road, I use the digital version. Can you see that? There you go. When I'm on the road, we use the digital version. Grabbed my planner, and right there at the top, there's a quote submitted by actual members of this community, which we need to start collecting quotes for next year's planner, by the way. So keep an eye out for that. I'm going to start sending out some messages asking for your favorite quotes for next year's planner. So this morning, the quote in the planner was submitted by Bill Schomburg, and the quote says this. Sorry, my nose is... Sometimes all the airport smells will do it to me. So the quote was submitted by Bill Schomburg, and it says, "Life is less about what you are against and more about what you're for." Less about what you're against and more about what you're for. What in the crackhead combo did I walk into? Oh, you'll hear it in just a minute. Soul Salcedo. You'll hear just a minute of what's going on around here. But hey, life... That's Delta. All right. Life is less about what you are against and more about what you are for. Good, right, beautiful, and helpful. Good, right, beautiful, and helpful. And I got to tell you, I needed to read those words this morning because I wasn't feeling very gratitude-filled. I am currently in a city I'm not supposed to be in. I'm not where I am supposed to be. And I had to stay in a crackhead hotel last night. So we're going to get into that. But the good news is my boy Bill Schomburg submitted a quote that I got to read first thing this morning. Life is less about what you are against and more about what you're for. Good, right, beautiful, helpful. I needed those words. My guess is you probably do too. Let's dive in. Good morning and welcome to the #1 morning show in America. I am your host, Glenn Lundy, husband to 1, father to 9, author, speaker, and the founder of 800%.life. It's 5:30 a.m. and it's time to rise and grind. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, today is a day that my nose is driving me crazy. That's what today is. Today is Wednesday. That's right, today is Wednesday, also known as CMA Day around here. Today is Wednesday, August 12th, 2026. Wednesday, August 12th, 2026. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Wednesday, August 12th, 2026. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most, and I do mean the absolute most, of this absolutely incredible day. I am coming to you live from the airport in Columbia, South Carolina. Go ahead and drop it in the comments if you've ever been to the airport in Columbia, South Carolina. I would like to know. It's not a very common place for people to travel to, but that is where I am, the airport in Columbus, South Carolina. Now, let me give you a little backstory. Here's the interesting part. So, yesterday, the plan was to catch a flight yesterday morning to Miami, Florida. So I was scheduled to leave at 7:30 yesterday morning, get down to Miami around noon yesterday. That was the plan. And I woke up yesterday morning and got a notification that my flight yesterday morning was canceled. 7:40 flight was canceled. Thanks for letting me know. What's up, who's that? Mario. What's up, Mario? How you doing, Tara? Dude, my eyes are so blurry this morning, I can barely see. So if I say your name wrong, I apologize. Robert Downey, thanks for being here. Amy Kennedy, thanks for being here. By the way, today's a huge day. Got a huge announcement for you. So get in here, tag all your friends, so on and so forth. So I was scheduled to go to Miami, Florida. There's an event there going on called NAMAD, National Association of Minority Automotive Dealers. It's a big event that I attend every year. And so yesterday morning, scheduled flight, supposed to be in Miami by noon. Flight gets canceled. All right. They let me know way ahead of time. Flight's canceled. I'm like, cool. But here's where it got weird. And this is where I should have known. Because it was supposed to be like a 7:30, 7:45 a.m. flight. That flight gets canceled. Now they've got me on a 5 p.m. 5 p.m. That's a big jump. 9 hours is a big jump. So I should have known. So I get to the airport in Lexington, Kentucky. Now, we've got a flight out of Lexington at 5 that's going to connect us to Charlotte, North Carolina. And then at Charlotte, I'm an hour from you. Pastor Jeff has been here. Then from Charlotte, North Carolina, I make my way to Miami, and I was supposed to arrive in Miami at 10 p.m. last night. Okay? So we get on the plane in Charlotte. We get up in the air in Charlotte. Or I'm sorry, in Lexington. We get on the plane in Lexington. We're flying to Charlotte. Everything's looking good. I'm going to make my connection. Everything's beautiful, right? Everything's beautimous, as they say. And so everything's looking good. And then all of a sudden we start circling the airport. We're just circling. We're not landing, though. We ain't landing. We're just circling. Like, why are we circling? It's supposed to be about a 40-minute flight. Now all of a sudden it's an hour. Next thing you know, it's an hour and a half. We're still in the air. And then the pilot comes on and he says, yo, bro, we're running out of fuel. They've got us circling. We're running out of fuel. They're going to reroute us and about 8 other planes over to Columbia, South Carolina, so we can get some fuel, and then we'll make our way back over to Charlotte. We're like, okay. So I already know I'm missing my connection at this point. I had about an hour connection. We were already in the air too long, so I'm going to miss my connection. No big deal. We're going to get some fuel. We're going to make our way back. So we land in Columbia, South Carolina at about 6 o'clock last night, 6:30. 6:30, yeah. So we land in Columbia, South Carolina at 6:30 last night. We're on the tarmac. It's us and a bunch of other planes. Storms are coming through. Lightning's coming through. All kinds of stuff's coming through. We're on the plane. 6:30 on the tarmac. 7:30, we're still on the plane on the tarmac. 8:30, we're still on the plane on the tarmac. 9:30, we're still on the plane on the tarmac. 10:30, we're still on the plane on the tarmac. 11:30, we're still on the plane on the tarmac, sitting like 200 feet from the gate. Can't get off the plane. We're sitting there. And then the hours are just ticking by, ticking by, ticking by, ticking by, ticking by. I'm like, oh my gosh, bro. So then I'm like, okay, settle in. This could be a long night. So finally they let us off the plane at like just after 11:30 last night. Get off the plane. Everybody makes a mad dash to try to get some rental cars so that we can drive to Charlotte, because Charlotte's about a 90-minute drive from here. If we could just get to Charlotte, we're golden, right? But we just can't get to freaking. They did not give us a cheese sandwich, Paul Brindley. We can't even get to Charlotte. So I'm trying to get a rental car. No rental cars. I book an Uber. It's $195 for an Uber to take me to Charlotte. I sit there, wait for the Uber for 15 minutes. Driver cancels. They give me another driver, 15 minutes. Driver cancels. No rental cars. No Uber cars. Can't get to Charlotte. And now I stepped out of the airport because I tried to get a rental car, and TSA is closed. I cannot go back in. I cannot go back into the airport. Ain't nobody working here. This is a tiny little airport. They were not expecting a bazillion people to get rerouted over to this place. So they've got a tiny skeleton crew staff, right? So they shut down the airport. I can't get back in the airport. I can't get a car. I can't get an Uber. I can't get nothing. So I'm like, okay. So then I start looking at hotels. All the hotels are sold out because it's a small town and there's a bunch of people here. So I start looking for hotels, and I find Crackhead Hotel in the middle of Crackhead City. Not that Columbia, South Carolina's Crackhead City. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the hotel itself happens to be in a little crackhead neighborhood. That's all I'm saying. Crackhead hotel in crackhead neighborhood. All right. And so I'm like, boom. So I take the Uber to the Crackhead hotel in the crackhead neighborhood. I get there. It's like close to 1 a.m. Now, keep in mind, I have not eaten since breakfast the day before because I wasn't planning on being on a plane for 8 hours, right? Like just sitting on a tarmac. So I get to the hotel. They have an automated like thing. They have like basically a virtual teller that I guess checks people in at hotels all over the place, right? It's a virtual teller. It's not a real person. It's a machine. And there's a dude fighting with the machine. It can't get it. She's like, put in your American Express. He's like, bro, it's already in the machine. It's like, we cannot detect it. I'm like, oh my God, it's 1 o'clock in the morning and I haven't eaten and I can't get to where I want to go. And I'm starting to get a little frustrated. Well, good news. Good news, folks. I don't know if you've ever been to Crackhead City with Crackhead Hotel, but when you go to Crackhead City and Crackhead Hotel, guess what? There's usually a Crackhead Waffle House. Very, very close. So with my bag, one bag around my neck, my duffel bag, my 800% duffel bag, by the way, which you can get this for free through the Morning 5 app. It's an amazing bag. So I got my Morning 5 duffel bag around my neck. I got my carry-on roller bag, right? Carry-on roller bag. I got my duffel bag. I got my carry-on roller bag. Hey, what's going on? Did I lock up? I'm showing I'm frozen on my phone. Are you guys, is it freezing up on you guys too? All right, did it freeze up on you guys? It froze up for me. Hopefully it's okay now. So anyways, so I got my duffel bag, I got my roller bag, and I've got my backpack, right? I got all those different things. Is it frozen for you guys or not? Is that just me? Yeah, I'm freezing on her end. Go figure. Full signal, full stream, everything's full. Oh my goodness. I have full signal, full stream. What's up, Frank Knox? Full signal, full stream, everything's good. All right. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. Let me know in the comments if I'm still coming through. Hopefully I'm coming through. So, anyways, right? I'm just gonna keep going in case for those that are watching on replay. So I don't know why it's freezing up. It makes no sense. I have complete full signal on my side, full signal all the way around, but it's not streaming through the way it's supposed to. So, anyways, when you stay at the Crackhead Hotel in the Crackhead City, there's always a Crackhead Waffle House, right? So I go to the Waffle House, go to Crackhead Waffle House, because I can't get into the hotel because the guy's fighting with the teller about the American Express card. And so I just sit at Waffle House at 1:30 in the morning, eat some food. Then I finally check into said Crackhead Hotel. Frank Knox, this is Glenn Lundy's air travel. Not any of this Glenn Lundy's fault, by the way, just to clarify. And I know, mine keeps freezing too, Soul. And I don't know why it's freezing. It's showing I have full juice, full power. Everything's full. Greg, I'm glad you love your bag. Your bag's amazing. So anyways, 2 o'clock in the morning. 2 o'clock in the morning, I get one sleep cycle. I sleep till 4:10, and then I wake up and I come back to the airport. I meet with them. They're like, we don't know how we're going to get you anywhere, basically. And then after a lot of conversation with the lady, they've got me on some flights. I'll now be going up to Washington. I'll be leaving here, going to Washington, D.C., and then hopefully back down to Miami. So Ramon says it's just freezing a bit. On my side, it's freezing like crazy. Something wonky with the network. Network is strong. Everything is powerful. Crackheads have taken over the lives, says Soul Salcedo. I have the hugest announcement that I'm going to share with you. Okay, we're just going to take a deep breath. 2 hours of sleep. Random airport. Columbia, South Carolina. Stayed at Crackhead Hotel. And now everything is freezing on the feed. I can't get where I want to go. I've been traveling for 2 days. The only food I've had is Waffle House. Signals in and out. Signals out. I don't know what else to do. Okay. All right. Gratitude. I am grateful for American Airlines for keeping us safe. I am grateful for American Airlines for keeping us safe. I am grateful for American Airlines for keeping us safe. Okay. Let's do some dancing real quick. Can we do that? Can we do some dancing? Can we do some dancing? I am live on a laptop, brother. I am live on the same laptop I've been doing lives with since you were a pup. Since you were just a baby, bro. Since you were just a baby. I've been doing lives on this thing. And the feed keeps looking up and it's driving me nuts.
Before the sunrise, he's sparking the flame. Millions inspired, remember the name. Faith, family, future. He's leading with love, dropping daily wisdom that comes from above. Early morning power.
All right, do me a favor. Say good morning to me. I'll say good morning to you. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up. I'll say what's up back. Does that sound fair? Bella Rigby, good morning. Thank you for being here. Julio Soto. Might need to turn this up. Julio Soto, thank you for being here this morning. I greatly appreciate it. Robin Price is in the building. Thanks for being here, Robin. I appreciate you. Scott Simons is in the building. We got Frank Knox in the building. Thank you for being here. My wife is in the building. Honey. I'm struggling just a hair, honey. I am struggling just a hair. I'm not on the hotel Wi-Fi. I'm at the airport. To top off Crackhead Hotel and Crackhead Night and all of the travel stuff. 2 hours of sleep. Now the feed keeps cutting out on me for no reason, even though it's super strong. I can actually see the ping rate. The ping rate is super strong. I'm getting super powerful signal. But it keeps freaking freezing. But then, of course, my wife, my beautiful, amazing, incredible wife, who rarely watches the show, is on here this morning to support me because that's what she does. She knows when I am like about to freaking crack. She knows when I'm about to crack, and she comes in. She comes in the clutch. That's what my wife does. She comes in the clutch. So anyways, I can't get the feed to stay stable, so I don't know what else to do. I'm just going to shut it down. I've got massive things going on today, huge announcements going on today, but there's no point in trying to struggle through it freezing every 15 seconds because it's not an announcement I can just, it's not an announcement I can just make in 5 seconds. It's like, we need to have a discussion about this to make sure that you understand what is going on. But we can't have a discussion if we can't hold signal long enough. So I'm going to give it about 30 more seconds. If it stays strong for 30 seconds, we'll get into it. Otherwise, well, if you want to, you got to drop it in the comments. If you want to just wait till tomorrow, just put tomorrow in the comments. If you want to push through and you think that the signal's going to hold up for us, then just put like "let's go" or something like that in the comments. All right, let's see what we get. All right, Soul Salcedo says we need a redo of the Crackhead episode. Julio Soto says it's because of the Crackhead Waffle House. Paul Brindley says Eclipse today is the closing of Lionsgate today. Closing of Lionsgate. Judith Coletti says you guys are here for me today. I greatly appreciate it. Okay. Not freezing now, says Tara. Okay. Soul Salcedo says breathe. Thanks, birthday twin. Bella Rigby says stand, Glenn, stand. All right. God is telling you not to go to Miami. Robert Pollard. I thought about that. I thought about turning around. Rodney Rock Hatfield says, devil, leave him alone in Jesus' name. Signals in over here. Good. Julio Soto says, un altrazo campeón. Paul Brindley is in the building. What do you think, honey? Are you still here? Do I keep going? Okay. Anyways. Today's episode's a bit of a shit show, and I apologize for that. But on top of everything, today is a really special day. Hi, Shelby Kiefer. Thanks for being here. On top of everything, today is a very special day. Today is August 12th, 2026. And I've been telling you guys for the last couple of weeks, we've got a huge announcement that we're going to roll out today August 12th. And so it looks like we're going to be able to roll out that announcement unless it freezes up on me one more time. Oh, you guys are way behind. Now I see what's happening. You guys are just now at the Let's Dance part. Oh my goodness. You guys are like 5 minutes behind me. That is so strange. Gene Hughes, good morning to you. Spencer Nicholson, good morning to you. Thank you for being here. I greatly appreciate it. Kurt McFarland, what's up? Thanks for being here. I greatly appreciate you as well. Tanya Robinson, thank you for being here this morning. I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate you. Yeah, no wonder. Okay. What's up, Ramon Ray? Thanks for being here this morning. Good to see you. Now I see what's going on. Now the comments are lining up. Okay, so maybe if I do this. You guys are like, just get to it. Okay, I will. Okay. All right, here we go. Yeah, I don't know if that caught me up or not. Or caught you up. Good morning from Charlotte. What's up, Dwayne Moser? I wish I would have made it to Charlotte. Okay, now it's coming through clearly. Okay, you ready for the announcement? Here's the announcement. What up, Jeremy Nowling? About to make a huge announcement right now. This is going to affect you. You ready? So I started my company 8 years ago, November of 2019. So 7 years ago, I started my company, and I started training and consulting for owners and general managers of car dealerships. We started with an idea. My friend Cameron gave me an idea, and I did a 2-day workshop. What's up, Bugsy? How you doing, Scott Simons? Great to see you. It started with an idea, and I did a 2-day workshop, and I got a huge announcement, guys. So I'm glad you're here. It's been a wild morning. And so, anyways, so I started my company. I started working with owners and general managers of car dealerships. In the beginning, when I created 800% Club, it started with a 2-day workshop that people paid $5,000 to learn for 2 days from me. And then that 2-day workshop turned into a membership. The membership was, I think at the time, $1,500 a month or something like that. And I had 12 dealers at $1,500 a month. And that's how the company started. Had no idea what I was doing, had no idea where it was going, had no idea exactly what we were building. I just knew we were gonna help bring people together, equip them with the tools they need to succeed, and inspire them to be great. Since then, 800% Club has grown. 800% Club has evolved. We've added team members. We've got a staff of 12. We have traveled all over the United States with dealers. We've worked with thousands of people in the automotive space. We currently have just over 1,000 members in 800% Club, which is amazing. We are in 80, dealerships wise, we're in like 180 different dealerships across the United States and Canada, which is super, super cool. We work with 81 different owners of dealerships, which we just signed up 3 more. So that number is actually 84 different owners of dealerships. And so the company has grown tremendously. We've had ups and downs. We had a season where we bought a jet, which if I still had my jet, none of this, I would not have been at Crackhead Hotel last night and eating at Crackhead Waffle House at 1:30 in the morning. I would not be stuck in Columbia, South Carolina, trying to get to Miami. None of those things would have happened, but we had a jet for a season. We've had ups, we've had downs, we've had pivots. We had to change our dynamics. We went from live Zooms to virtual platforms, so on and so forth. But the whole time, it has been bringing people together, equipping them with the tools they need to succeed, and inspiring them to be great. Showing up every day, showing up every day, showing up every day. Over 2,000 episodes of this show, showing up every day, showing up every day. 2 hours of sleep, showing up anyway. Right? Sat on a tarmac for 7 hours, showing up anyway. Stream won't connect, we're still here. We're showing up. We're doing it. We're making mistakes. We're traveling. We're hitting the road. We're speaking on stages. We're speaking at an ADA. right? We're speaking at all kinds of events, so on and so forth. So much has happened ever since that very first day. But we've been bringing people together, equipping them with the tools they need to succeed, and inspiring them to be great. And along the way, I kept trying to do a deal with my friend Grant Cardone. I was like, Grant, we got to do a deal. 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 And we'd have meetings, and we'd talk about doing business together. And we would never be able to put a deal together. And Grant would always say, bro, I'm not the right partner for you. And I'd be like, but Grant, you have attention. You have attention. All I need, bro, I just need you to breathe some of that attention over this way. And we can blow this company up, right? We can blow this company up. And Grant would say, Glenn, I'm not the right partner for you. I'm not the right partner for you. I love you. I support you. I want you to win. He's like, but I'm not the right partner. And he was right. And then about 2 years ago, something special happened. 2 years ago, I was at NADA, which is a big event in the automotive space, the biggest event in the automotive space. And they were doing a reveal at one of the booths, and they were revealing the face behind the Car Dealership Guy podcast. Now, for those of you that are not in automotive, the Car Dealership Guy podcast is the biggest podcast in our space. They are a massive media company. They have taken the world by storm over the last few years. They went from a no-name, nobody company to $19 million in revenue last year. They are the authority in the space. They are the influence in the space. Oh, Frank, you don't even know, buddy. I'm in Columbia, South Carolina, where I was supposed to be in Miami at 1 o'clock yesterday. I was on a plane on this tarmac in Columbia, South Carolina, which was never part of my trip, by the way. I was never supposed to be in Columbia, South Carolina, but I was on the tarmac out there until midnight last night. So anyways, I happened to be at NADA. I see this Car Dealership Guy reveal. And I'm like, what is this? And I start following this guy. His name's Yossi Levi. I start following Yossi Levi, and I start seeing what he's doing in this with the media and what he's doing in automotive, so on and so forth. Yeah, Jeremy Nolan, you were at that first workshop. So I start following Yossi Levi, and I watch what he does with his company. And this is a guy. You got to understand, Yossi Levi, at 26 years old, raised $50 million, took a company public, got punched in the face during COVID. The whole thing fell apart during COVID. He had built this massive company before he was 30 years old. It fell apart during COVID, and the kid did not lay down and quit. Instead, the kid freaking bounced back bigger than ever and now has the largest, most profitable, influential, impactful media company in the entire automotive space. And so I watched him build. I studied him for a year, and then after studying for a year, I made a connection with his partner, his primary partner. I made a connection with him. His name's Jay Law. And I built a relationship with Jay, and I got an understanding that, guess what? Car Dealership Guy, they want to bring people together, equip them with the tools they need to succeed, and inspire them to be great. They want to have live events for people. They want to take people rock climbing and have all these different experiences. They want the opportunity to grow and train and develop and get real results in dealerships for people. Because right now they're but right now they're a media company that brings the news, brings the insights, brings the interviews, but they don't have a training branch. They don't have a training arm. They don't have any of those things. And so after many talks and after a lot of negotiations and after some really inspiring conversations, which I guess I'll tell you real quick. One of them was we had been having some meetings, and I didn't feel like it was going to move. It was moving the direction I wanted it to. What's up, Eric Olson? We had been having meetings, me and the Car Dealership Guy, the founders of Car Dealership Guy. We had been having meetings. I didn't think it was necessarily going the way I wanted it to go. And so when I was in New York for High Rocks, I knew that Scott Simons and Kyle Coleman and some other guys, Rob Ruth, were going to be in Boca Raton, which is where Yossi Levi, who's the founder of Car Dealership Guy, lives. And so I flew from New York to Boca Raton with no appointment, with no nothing. But I flew to Boca Raton, and I messaged Yossi and just said, hey, I happen to be in Boca. If you're around, you want to grab lunch? And he was like, yeah, I'm around. Let's grab lunch. And so we grabbed lunch. And long story short is, officially, as of today, we are now strategic partners. 800% Elite Automotive. We are now strategic partners with the Car Dealership Guy Media Company. We are bringing our forces together. We are going to serve this industry and grow and develop leaders in a way that this industry has never seen. His team and my team together is going to be such an incredible force in this industry. Now they bring the insights, they bring the interviews, they bring the data, they have something called CDG circles where they have owners and general managers of car dealerships that are having conversations. So they bring the data, the wisdom, the knowledge, the know-how, the brains, the infrastructure, the attention of the entire industry. They bring all of that. And then 800% Club comes in and supercharges it all. We implement. We help the operators grow and develop their people through these techniques and strategies. We take the information and now plug it in to make sure that you can execute on it in your stores. We're doing events together. We're having a big, huge, massive conference together. I'll be hosting shows with CDG. I'll be hosting shows. They'll be doing stuff with Rise and Grind and 800% Club. It is strategic partnership, the strategic partnership that I have been looking for 4 years. And I know if you're not in auto, you're like, I don't really get it that big. But like, imagine your company, whatever your company is, imagine your brand doing going into partnership with NBC, or going into partnership with Fox, going into partnership with ABC, going into partnership with, Netflix, going into partnership with Disney Plus, right? Like, we are going into a strategic partnership with the biggest, most influential and impactful media company the auto industry has ever seen. What this will do for the industry and the people that we serve is 800% what we've been able to do over the last 8 years. My guess is, company-wise, my expectation is our company will grow 800% in the next 2 years through this partnership. And we'll also have the ability to help them grow their company 800% by being able to actually plug in and integrate the information to be able to serve dealers all across this country. I've never been in a strategic partnership with anyone before. This is new and exciting to me. This kid, Yossi Levi, look him up. He's brilliant. He challenges me every day. He makes me better. It's crazy. So today, on top of having no sleep and all of these crazy things that have happened, hopefully I'll make it to Rodney. This is why I continue to push to get to Miami, is I'm supposed to be on. We're announcing and launching everything today. At 1 o'clock Eastern time, everything gets launched. Press releases go out. I'm on Daily Dealer Live, which is their 3-day-a-week podcast. I'll be at this big event with 1,000 dealers. The announcements are going on everywhere. Like, today is announcement day. Thanks, Scott. Today is announcement day, and here I am stuck in South Carolina. at Columbia Airport on 2 hours of sleep trying to get there. My schedule today is so full with meetings and announcements and media and content creation and all of this stuff. But we'll get there. We'll figure it out. So that's the big announcement. You're going to see this company that God has blessed me with grow and expand in ways we couldn't even have imagined. And so I'm excited for you guys to go on this journey with me. I'm excited to share insights, wisdom, and knowledge as I learn new things from Yossi and Jay. I'm excited to share those things with you guys, those lessons and all the things, so on and so forth, what it's like plugging your business in and doing a strategic partnership with such a force. I mean, it's just like just freaking like plugging into the biggest freaking battery you could possibly plug into. You know what I'm saying? So thanks, Scott. I appreciate that. Thanks, Frank. Yes, only God. Sol Salcido, thanks for the flames. Rodney Hatfield, can I invest in your business?